So I just won a quick play match in which we didn't have any healers on our team. We had none, and yet we won somehow. The other team had a Mercy and a Lucio at some point, and we still beat them. Anyway, let's see who's next. Pharah. Okay. Alright, we'll do our best. Pharah is another character I'm not exactly comfortable with, but I've been playing as her a little bit more recently, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's go ahead and find her right here.
I will protect the innocent.
Alrighty. So with Pharah, she's actually a pretty simple hero to get a grasp of. First off, she fires rockets, and they do splash damage, so you don't have to exactly hit your enemy dead on to hurt them. And it's going to be kind of difficult to do that anyway because her rockets do not travel the quickest. Yeah, as you can see there, the travel time is pretty lengthy. But if you can get a direct hit, you do a ton of damage. And even if you don't get direct but still kind of close, you do some pretty good damage. So Pharah is really good for crowd control. She can definitely disperse a crowd and do damage to a crowd very, very quickly and easily. So if you hit her left shifts, she has a booster, and that propels her forward. And it propels her forward a tiny bit and upward very, very quickly. You also notice I was hovering a bit. If you press the jump button or right click, both of those expend your jetpack fuel, and you can just stay hovered for a little bit as long as you have some fuel left. A little tip, if you want to just use a jetpack fuel from the ground, just hit right shift, you won't do a little jump. But if you want to jump first and then use a jetpack, press space and then hold onto it. And then the final little thing that she has, yeah, she really doesn't have a lot, is her concussion blast. Yeah, so as you see there, her E, once you hit that, she lets out a concussion blast from her wrist, and it just knocks back people that the blast is nearby. You can also use this to knock Pharah herself back. So if you need to like clear out of somewhere very quickly, let's wait for it to come back since I just used it up again. Whoops. If you need to like clear out of an area super quickly, you can just use your concussion blast. I don't think it does any damage to you. See, there you go. And you can evacuate a situation very quickly. So do it against the ground or against a wall, and you can get out of a spot. You can get out of a tight spot pretty fast. Finally, her ultimate is her rocket barrage. What most people like to do is, well, the best way to do it, honestly, is to propel yourself up into the air, just kind of hover there for a minute, and then use it. Because you will hover in one spot for the entirety of the concussion blast. Not the concussion blast, the rocket barrage. Now, that makes you a complete sitting duck, so if you have somebody who can help you, like a Mercy, can come up and heal you while you're doing that, that would be perfect. And another tiny little thing to keep in mind is that Pharah's rockets can hurt her. Like, they can do up to 40 damage to her if you're, like, directly, you know, next to the blast. And you can accidentally kill yourself. So you're going to want to be careful with her. Alright, and that's about it. Pharah is honestly a pretty simple hero to get a grasp of. It's mostly just getting comfortable with using her... It's mostly just getting comfortable with using her, you know, rocket propulsion and her, like, hover ability. Because that can be a little bit painful when you're first getting used to it, having, you know, hit shift so often and then having to hit, like, hold on to space while moving around, while, you know, trying to attack and everything. It can be a lot to keep in mind all the time. But once you get a hang of it, it's really not that difficult. So let's go ahead and hop into a quick play really fast and see how we do. An immediate skirmish, okay.
I will protect the innocent.
Oh, okay, that's more of his ball thing. I was like, what the heck is that? But actually, this is a very good map for Pharah. Pharah operates best on maps that have no ceiling or very high ceiling. Like, there are some places where she's just not going to do very well. Like, tight corridors, you're not going to want to be, you know, running around in as Pharah a lot. And, you know, stuff like that. Do I have her dance? Oh yeah, I do. I really like hers because I feel like it's so out of character. But she just plays her rocket like a guitar and just has like a little concert that comes out of her suit, which I think is great. But yeah, so Pharah works best in situations where she's able to fly freely, you know? So Horizon actually was a place that I was hoping that we would get because this is a very open map, and open maps are going to be great for Pharah. Pharah, as you can already tell, is a very mobile hero, and she can be survivable. The only thing is, because she's suspended in the air and very often doesn't have any protection, it's very easy for certain heroes to take her down. Like hit scan heroes like McCree, Soldier, Bastion. She has a lot of heroes that can take her down. As far, you're just gonna kind of wanna like go up front a little bit and just harass them. Like Pharah is one of those heroes that is more indirect in her contacts and very much a like she can kind of get behind the enemy lines a little bit and just, you know, make them not feel the greatest. But you're gonna have to definitely lead your shots because again, her rockets have such a slow shooting time. Oh yeah, you also want to be careful of like snipers. But your rockets have such a slow travel time that you need to lead your shots tremendously and predict where your enemies are going to be so that you can hit them. We have Moira on this team, who's not going to be very good to help out Pharah because her healing range is very limited. Really, the only person that can keep up with Pharah is Mercy. Possibly Zenyatta because he can throw orbs at you. But Mercy is going to be your best bet to stay alive, basically. So you're going to want to do something that I didn't do. And, go. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to focus a little bit right now. But yeah, you're gonna want to do something that I neglected to do, and just kind of fall back every once in a while so that you can receive some healing. Like you don't want to be away from your main party too much. Yeah, see, if you're Pharah and you don't have a healer, you're not gonna last long at all. Like I didn't receive healing a single time there, so I just. Another thing you're going to want to do as Pharah, is if you don't have a healer that can get to you, is know where all the health packs are. That's another thing I've been neglecting to do. I keep trying to land to take a break, but you don't have to rely on your healer all the time to help you out. You can run around and find health packs.
Hello there.
My goodness. Yeah, we're going to lose this one. I feel like we have no team cohesiveness this time around.
Back in action.
I wonder if I can just run and use my Q really quick. Oh, we already lost.
Justice reigns from above.
I feel like that wasn't a very good example of how to play as Pharah, mostly because we couldn't stay alive long enough to actually do much of anything. Maybe I'll queue out of this game and find a different one, and just see how that goes. Yeah, like I said, Pharah can be very useful, but you're not very useful if you're dead all the time. And Pharah is a pretty easy to kill hero. And the thing is, it's by her nature. She is not a good hero for staying on the ground because her rockets need to come into contact with something in order for them to be effective at all. So shooting them towards the ground is honestly gonna be your best way of dealing damage. Trying to actually hit another person is not gonna be very good for you, especially since your bullets go so slow. They go so slow, and people can get out of the way of them pretty easily. So staying on the ground all the time is not going to be a good idea as Pharah. You want to stay up in the air, but the air is the most vulnerable place for you to be. Also, that is assuming that other people can actually aim. Sometimes, like it can be hard for people to hit a moving target that's up in the air. So you can have a team that is completely counter to Pharah, who can't hit her, who just can't hit her. I have a very hard time hitting Pharah when she's up in the air, so I know the struggle.
Hello there.
I'll be busy soon enough.
I'm gonna have a little rock concert really quick.
Hey,
5,
Hello.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
Okay, yeah, so this is a better team maker for Pharah. Oh. And as you can see, it's already going a lot better for us because we have somebody who can actually heal me. And as Pharah, you're also going to want to focus on like turrets and bastions and stuff like that.
I'm taking the objective.
And people who are just farther away in general.
Systems.
Heal up.
Justice reigns from above.
Enemy turret down.
Securing the objective.
Objective A captured.
Ah, I got sniped. Yeah, you see, you want to be careful of the snipers too, especially Widowmaker. Oh, it wasn't Widowmaker that took me down though, it was
I will
Hanzo.
not fail
Okay.
again.
But yeah, so this team makeup is much more conducive for what Pharah is capable of. Ooh, a lot of us died up there. I'm gonna wait for them all to come back.
With certainty.
Get over here.
Don't mess with my sector.
Move it.
Get back. I will watch over you.
Payload secure. Move out.
I could not hit that Moira for some reason.
Target eliminated.
Okay, I need some healing. There we go.
Much better. Thank you.
Okay.
Team up for special attack. Justice reigns from above.
Tactical visor active.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Restore. Let's
But yeah, Pharah has the ability to be an extremely, extremely useful hero. As long as you can stay alive.
get back. Sniper detected. Find their shield generator. Moving the payload. Falling behind. Find their shield generator. For your safety, please behind the
Okay. Just regather ourselves a little bit up here.
The payload is approaching
Don't
its
mess
destination.
like that.
Alright. Well, that went really well. Got 19 eliminations and I think only 1 death? Yeah, nice. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Play of the game.
Frantic girl. Okay. So I feel like that was a good example of how to be a good Pharah. And like I said, I mean, the same as with most heroes. Having a team that is conducive to the hero is going to help out a lot. And also being in a match that's conducive, being in the correct situation. Like, you're not going to want to stay as one hero all the time like I'm doing in these how-to videos. But, you know, just by the nature of these videos, I kind of have to. But just kind of like determine when is going to be a good time to be Pharah, you know? Like, when is it going to be a good time to be this character or this character? Pharah is definitely not the greatest in every situation, but when she is good, she is really, really good. Anyway, I'll leave it off at that. I'll see you all next time. If you like the video, please hit the little like button on the bottom. Please leave a comment and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next episode. See you later.